Hey, beautiful people. Um, Normally I'd be saying my little introduction, but I'm just gonna get straight to the message, okay? But I do have a download for y'all. The download that I got is to stand on business, okay? Stand on business, um, and follow your own path, follow your own lead. And when I say stand on business, it's like, stand on business when it comes to people pleasing, right? Because, you know, we all like kind of people please to a certain extent, right? Um, I think that's just human nature, right? Because we want to feel accepted and validated by others. So we people please, right? And if you don't have a healthy perspective, like, on, I don't know what other words to use right now than self-love. Like, if you don't, if you yeah, that's what it is. If you don't, if you're not tapped into your self-love, you can easily fall into people pleasing energy, right? You can easily do things that you don't really want to do simply because you don't like conflict. You don't want adversity. Um, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. You don't want to let somebody down. Whatever it is, everybody's reasons are different, right? But whatever these reasons are, they're fear based, right? Um, and so that's what standing on business means. It means, like, regardless of the fear that may come up, or even the inner conflict that comes up when it's time to either make a decision or just really stand in your own energy and not apologize for it, right? It's like, you want to be able to do that even if it makes people feel some type of way, even if it brings conflict, even if it may cause people to not like you, it may cause people to talk about you, right? And that's why a lot of people please, right? Because they don't want to deal with the conflict. They don't want people to look at them in a negative way. So they people please, right? But see, what happens is, when you consistently do that, it's like you're ignoring yourself. It's like you're pushing your own self to the bottom. Like, you're putting yourself last on your own list. When in reality, you need to be number one on that list. Like, for real, you need to be number one on that list. But because, like I said, we don't want to be seen in a negative light. We don't want people to judge us. We people please. So it's like, you're being called to stand on business, right? If you know it's things you really don't want to do, or if there's things you really do want to do, but you're scared of people being judged, stand on business and still do it anyway. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be judged regardless. Even if you people please, right, and do something a certain way in order to appease others, you're still going to be judged, right? Even if you're not judged by those that you do it for, you'll be judged by other people saying, oh, that person, they're not really happy. They just people pleasing, right? Which is the truth. So it's like, you might as well do, you might as well do what you really want to do. That's that's the only way to truly be happy. We don't, like I said, we people please to get validation, external validation from others, right? And you know, it, it and to have that sense of acceptance, right? Feeling accepted. And it's like if if you're not careful, you can lose yourself, right? Because it's like you're constantly doing what others want you to do or expect you to do, but the whole time you're ignoring yourself. And sometimes the things that people want you to do is the very opposite thing that you need to be doing, right? Because whatever it is, you there's certain things that brings your soul fulfillment, right? Joy, fulfillment. And so instead of picking that, right, we pick people pleasing because that's the easier choice, right? It's kind of like it's I don't know, it's giving like instant gratification energy. It's like when you make choices, when you do things, you want to make decisions and choices um, off of based off of your principles, your values, right? Not not what other people want you to do, right? Because like I said, sometimes what people want us to do is the opposite of what we need to be doing. And it's like if you're not tapped into yourself and you just people please and do what others want you to do, what others think you should do, even though they have no idea what your path is, right? Then you can get lost in the sauce. And then that's when you start feeling like, oh, my life, I'm not happy with my life. I just don't know what to do. I'm confused. We know what to do deep down inside. It's the thing that you have to, I don't want to say learn to do, but it's like you have to work towards, right? Is the resistance. Okay? Because we, deep down inside, we know what we need to do, but it's like there's a lot of resistance when it comes to taking action because that resistance comes from us thinking about other people's opinions. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Not even trying to be mean, but you know, anytime, like, just think of it this way. Not like I say, I ain't trying to be mean, but it's just, it's kind of like if somebody says somebody has an opinion, you don't have to accept their opinion. You determine whether or not that opinion even holds weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's, some of us, we have certain, well, I don't know, I just saw traumas in my mind's eye. So, some of us, we have certain traumas that we have to work through, right? So that we can, build that energy up so we can step into that energy where we can truly be confident, right? Truly stand on business, stand on our decisions, even when others oppose it, right? Because once again, we're not here to people please. If you want to sleep good at night, if you want to be at peace, if you want to have a calm nervous system, choose what fulfills your soul. Choose what makes you feel happy. Choose what brings you peace, enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Don't choose instant gratification. That's like I said, people pleasing in that moment. You make a decision in that moment to people please, right? And when you do step into that energy and you decide to start standing on business, you will, it will be upheaval, right? Because people are not used to that. People are used to you people pleasing. So once you do step up and be like, no, I'm not doing this no more. Those same people, which a lot of them, have, they're either entitled or I guess that's the only word I can think of right now. Yeah, they're entitled. So, they expect you to stay in that people pleasing energy because maybe it could have been benefiting them, right? When you're in a people pleasing energy, it benefits other people, right? Number one, it boosts their ego, right? Because they feel like they have some type of power or control because you did something you really didn't want to do to appease them, right? So when you start doing that over and over, that's when they really start getting entitled. So that's number one. Number two, I don't know. Number two just left my mind. So scratch number two. But yeah, so for some of y'all, for me to say that, it's you could possibly have people that you're connected to, or maybe even we're connected to, that, you know, they have this entitled energy. Um, you know, people tend to think that they own other people, right? Nobody owns nobody. We all belong to God. We don't even own our children, okay? They were guardians of our children. We don't control them. Nobody controls nobody. We all have free will, you know? So anyways, I'm getting off subject, but stand on business. Even if it's, like I said, even if it causes conflict, that could be, maybe God is trying to build that warrior up that's already inside of you. He's trying to awaken that warrior, right? Because it's I don't know, for some of y'all, it's something about people that you're connected to. It's like they have big egos, and it's like, I don't know, it's like they thrive on, I don't know, I just saw and heard the word belittling. They thrive on belittling people. Some of y'all could have dealt with people that were like that, or connected to people that's like that. And it makes them feel power. It feeds their ego. But people who are like that are really, you know, they're damaged. They're damaged people. They're not, they're just full of ego. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyways, y'all, stand on business no matter what. Yeah, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace, love, and light.